And we are on. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Echoes, to Empyrean Rising, episode 20. We have been going for 20 sessions, guys.
Ooh.
I am Evie, the disaster GM. My pronouns are she, they, or any, and I am the game runner for this fine, if disastrous group. Let's go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves. As you see, at least one of our players is currently not able to do video, but we do have everyone with us. Let's actually start with they who cannot be seen. Joel.
Hello, I am Joel. I use any pronouns, and I'm playing Balder Mistforge, who so far is still alive and is an appealing speaker who moves like a cat and rises from the depths. That may change soon. We'll
Possibly.
see.
Just possibly. And then we will jump over to Alina.
Hey everybody, I'm Alina Pete. I am playing Kale. We are both they, them. And Kale is an empathetic explorer who helps their friends and has the soul of a dragon and is relatively undamaged so far. So I'm feeling good about things. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. Maggie.
Hi, I'm Maggie. I use they and she pronouns, and I'm playing Sybil, who is an overeager adept who would rather be reading and is a walking dream. And I just want to apologize, just in general.
We love it. We love it.
Yeah, it's great. Everything's fine. It's fine.
Mhm.
Last but certainly not least, Extel.
Hello, everybody. I am Extel. Pronouns he, him. I'm playing Jax, who's also he, him, who's been barely hanging on for like 6 sessions now. He's a chaotic warrior who needs no weapons and also rides the lightning. And let's get it popping.
Yeah, he's
get in
definitely
this.
been hanging on. So to our lovely and Echoes audience, etc. What do you get? Whatever you guys want to call yourselves. I am barely caffeinated right now. This is a pre-recorded session due to various responsibilities and things going on in various people's lives. So you may see us in chat, you might not. Depends on who is available during that day when this airs. Um, Beyond that, we are going to do a little bit of a content warning as a reminder to everyone, especially with everything going on right now while Maggie hides. We at the Archives want to remind the audience and the players that this is an adult content rated game with adult language, depictions of violence and gore, possible mentions of loss and trauma, and or similar content. We do our best not to cross each other's lines, but for those watching, you have been warned. Last time, after a little bit of difficulty and conflict with the initial stirrings of revolution within Deepview, the group briefly met with one of the underground powers, Jem, to attempt to gather information and perhaps share some. That meeting did not go particularly well. Tensions
Don't say.
arose, and a fight broke out with this extremely tall and creepy, not quite mafia don of Deepview. As the conflict continued, damage was issued. One of our beautiful, beautiful players utilized a dagger that had been found within a box in the study of the last primary, the last archmage of the city, to first deal damage and then to shatter. This has released the artifact that had been hidden inside, a crystal of some kind, dealing the initial shatter damage, which quite literally exploded the skull with which it had been embedded in by their turned enemy, Jem. And we drop pretty much immediately back into session as all of you, seeing this shatter, seeing the bits of skull and gore splatter against a sudden water shield raised by Balder, which you had briefly seen hints of this before. This is the first time you're actually actively watching this level of control and magical power that Balder has in combat. And there's that slight moment of surprise for most of you before you realize that hovering where the skull and dagger had been, Jem dodging his hand away just in time, is a thin, glowing crystal with cracks spiraling around it. And there's that slightest moment of hesitation and ominous drop in each of your stomachs before it cracks and explodes. It's like a still moment in time. Your awareness becomes trapped in this shockwave as it blasts through each and every one of you, through the building, cracks and fissures traveling up the walls in slow motion before it echoes out into this section of deep view. Almost as if watching separated from your bodies, you see broken bits of glass and building and arcing lightning and fire and concussive force break from the body of this building and ricochet into the variety of others around you. You feel this force hit your bodies almost in slow motion, dealing 15 points of damage initially as you feel your consciousness spread out with this. Jax, carried along with all of this, feeling the sensation of everything as this damage hits your body, because you had been next in order. You briefly remember the destruction of the academy when you had traveled up the stairs. You remember an entire section of a building gone. And you're seeing all of this in your mind's eye, as if traveled in frozen time. A mangled ruin superimposed over this section of deep view that everyone had been in, as a different magical item explodes, much like you had heard about happening above. Something in you knows that this is what is happening right now. How would you say that your inborn power is responding to this?
There's a crackle of lightning that starts to form around his body until almost lights him up with purple energy, and he feels like he needs to do something. And so he was in a run, I believe. And then he's going to slam his hands on the ground as these waves of electricity fan out to all of his friends and encase them in a ball of lightning to shield them. But each one is still connected to a string of lightning that he then puts on his chest. Because he knows this power can't stop it. So if he can't stop it, he's gonna take it himself.
Ooh,
Stupid motherfucker.
God damn it, Jax. The most injured out of all of us.
We're all just in a competition to be the dumbest person in the group, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're
Kind
gonna
of,
try.
So, Jax, something in you with that last inkling of energy reaches deep down and connects to this strange disruption of time that you guys are trapped within. And you see, instead of the friends around you, a cloudy sky and eyes watching over you. And you hear the humming of your aunt from when you were a very small child, ushering you to sleep as something, power that you only faintly recognize, but only in its familiarity, reaches out and connects to this time disruption and absorbs and changes and alters as Jax attempts to absorb the destruction that is happening. And what all of you see as all of this happens is the same thing. It's that concussive force, it's that wave, it's lightning and fire and destruction and the building collapsing in on you as it explodes outward, and then time reversing itself, lightning crackling over your bodies in an almost shield that doesn't hurt the way that it had hurt initially, Sybil. It's like it's drawing something as if it's sucking the pain away and leaving numbness behind. And while you do see the initial cracks and fissures to the building, the concussive force, the wave of power that had emitted from this artifact as it exploded, sucks itself rapidly back in. And you see Jax glow brightly before he collapses to the ground.
Jax?
Jax?
Um, is everyone okay? Is it done?
You guys did take, again, 15 points of
15.
damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who all is standing?
Kale was going to try and put their body in front of their friends and
Okay.
take more of the damage if possible. They are a guardian,
Okay.
and they are in partial dragon form right now, so they're big enough to block some of that blast.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead and give me a speed defense roll.
yep,
Um,
can do.
to basically react in time to try and shield some of them. And because you are basically just a stretched version of your not particularly large self,
No.
you can either shield one of them for all of the damage, or two of them for 7 apiece.
Let's do.
Kills long.
Yeah, I'm
assuming
long.
assuming again that you
Make
succeed
that.
on your speed.
Yeah, well, I got a 14. I don't know if that's
We'll call
sufficient.
that good enough, yeah.
Okay, cool. Jax, I can't shield Jax. He's probably too far away.
Yeah.
So I could do Jax and Balder maybe for 7 apiece. Keep them alive.
I do have a water shield.
That's true.
I'm still up if that changes.
Maybe Jax. I know that he had internal bleeding like yesterday.
It's okay. That's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna shield Jax.
Okay. So
Just
you're
throw
shielding
myself.
Jax for all?
Yep.
So
I'll take 15 additional points of damage.
yeah,
And you're
so
okay.
I'm good.
yeah, so you take the additional 15 and you feel this concussive force. You still experience this strange disruption of time.
I have 2 left.
Yeah. You feel more of that electric energy Jax had reached out with desperately. So you, having tried to wrap yourself further in front of Jax, are the only one that does not see him glow brightly with this power and fall. So it's the sound of a body collapsing behind you, even after that shattering force hits you.
I will.
The building around you does not look good. You still saw
Sorry, 1
a
point
vision.
left, not
Yeah,
2.
you still saw a vision of what could have happened. So something stopped it, maybe? It's. Go ahead and look around.
Yeah. Is the crystal still floating in the air?
You see pieces of the crystal. Some of them are embedded into the wall. One of them appears to be floating past you very, very slowly. Balder, I would also like a speed defense roll from you.
Oh, I don't have any.
Okay. You see one embedded in the shoulder and another in the neck of Balder.
Ooh.
I imagine I'm probably just
Because you were right there,
on the
Balder.
ground. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
were
just-
right there, Balder.
I ragdolled down the hallway, probably.
So, like, he hasn't been thrown the way that you would expect with the force. So that probably happened with the initial explosion of the crystal, but there was an explosion for, like, there was more power. There was some sort of magical concussive blast that happened, or did it.
Something?
The
I shake my
body-
head to try
Yeah.
and clear it.
The headless body that the dagger had been in is still halfway to the ground, like it hasn't finished falling.
Oh no.
Oh, shoot.
Kale slumps to their knees for a second because I have almost no points left. And then seems to rally as their body, as they lose their partial transformation.
Yep.
I'm going to spend my action getting some hit points back.
Yep.
So that I can move now.
Yep.
And then shake myself and go, I think time is stopped. We need to get out of here before it does explode. Grab what you can and run.
Sybil, how many points do you have?
1 in speed.
Okay. Balder,
Oh,
how many
no.
points do you have?
11 intellect. That's it.
You're doing good.
Balder is conscious, but not moving.
Can't move.
I feel like he may be conscious, but he's not really there right now. He's just
How many actions do we have? Because I have quick
We are-
recovery, and I'm
we
going
are
to take
now-
some more hit points back.
Yeah, we are now out of combat.
Cool.
And
Oh, that's nasty. I rolled a 2 and a 3 on my recovery rolls, so I'm doing great.
Okay. You
But-
are also currently trapped in a temporal dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
So there aren't necessarily separated actions. You can do things, you still have abilities, but you feel completely separate from time.
Great.
So Balder
You
is,
carry Balder.
yeah. You can see his eyes move slightly and his chest rise and fall with breath. So he is alive, not moving.
Yeah.
Up to Joel as to how responsive he might be.
not at all. Not at all. This is bad. He's bad. His tentacle arm is twitching, even.
Ooh.
Like, just unresponsive.
I am going to first grab the robe that's nearby and just pop it on, because I just changed out of a dragon form. Slightly new. And then try to heft Jax, who's right nearby. Is he still glowing and unconscious?
He is no longer glowing.
Okay.
I would also
breathing?
like a intellect task for observation, because there are a variety of things that you would be able to notice.
Oh no.
8.
8. You're not sure about Jax's condition or what might be happening with him, possibly because you are distracted by Pico, also on the ground.
Ooh. Oh no.
There is
No.
not necessarily damage, but Pico, not in teapot form, seems to be unmoving.
No. I'm scooping up Pico
Yeah.
in my arm.
Limp. It is like Pico is legitimately as if unconscious while still in dragon form. Limp and kind of almost slinky-like in how just completely unresponsive to the fact that you were picking him up. There is no words. His eyes are not open.
No. Yeah, we're good. Run, Sybil, run. And I'm going to try and I got to decide between Jax and Balder. I don't know if Jax is breathing, but I do know that Balder is currently.
You can
So I'm like,
try a healing check to see what's going on.
sure. I'm not going to put any effort on it because I need
Yeah.
them points.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Jax is not breathing.
Oh no. That'll Kale will stop breathing for a second as they see no rise and fall. Look at Sybil, and there's that moment where like you can see in Kale's eyes that they think that Jax is gone, and they turn away from him, grab Balder, and just bolt as fast as their battered form can.
Sybil hasn't moved this entire time. Like, just is in shock, just staring at where she just shattered the dagger, and sees Kale give that little nod and then pick up Balder, and that I think snaps her back into it. I have 1 in speed and nothing in might, and she's still gonna try and like drag this stupid asshole out.
Okay.
Wow.
Make
I will not be
Make
leaving
a-
Jax here.
make a basically lift drag might roll. You are incapable of exerting effort because you have no might to exert effort with.
15.
You're barely on your feet.
15. You are able to drag him. You are not moving quickly, but you are able to like get your hands like under his armpits and you are dragging him with literally every ounce of strength that you have left in you down the hall towards
No.
the stairs. And looking back, you see the body of the headless body that had been shattered, like gradually, like centimeter by centimeter, getting closer to the ground. You see Jem halfway through a dodge and run. That, like, his feet and body seem to be moving faster than the body that had been falling because he moves just that fast. You also see these sparks left behind in the air with every inch that you drag, Jax.
I think she's just mumbling, like as she's pulling him, just like, it's gonna be okay. Everything's totally fine. We're just gonna go outside and then we're gonna figure out what we do next. And I need to talk to Balder, and Kale has Balder, so that's okay. He's okay.
From
Everything's
further,
okay.
like, if I'm at the stairwell, you hear Sybil. Sybil.
She's just like in a different universe, just like trying really hard to drag him down the hallway, and it is
Yeah, we don't know how
slow
much time
going.
we have. So
Mhm.
if Kale gets outside, they're going to just dump Balder and gently place Pico on his chest and then run back in.
So you are not particularly strong, Kale. So it takes you a bit. It takes you
Yeah.
a bit of struggling. And this temporal dissonance, this time dissonance that you guys are trapped in, isn't just that floor. You see guards outside when you eventually get there that look like they are frozen in some sort of running position. You see light and shadows that would normally be moving, just completely still. As you set Boulder down and turn to run back, having missed it on the stairs, you see Scott halfway through a leap down the stairs,
Oh
a couple
no.
pieces of paper clutched in his mouth.
Scott.
Because Scott is frozen, just like a lot of other things, but he had been trying to sneak away with some of the papers, had started all of this. That is why
MVP
he had not.
Scott.
That is why he had not been participating in the fight.
What a
If I
fucking legend.
can
The rat
I
is better than all of us.
grab him and just like toss him at Balder? Like just give him a little push through his stuck time, or is he like frozen in place?
When you toss him, because you
Yeah.
are not actively moving him, he is further in the air, but as the momentum dies off, he is still just in the air halfway
Oh,
to Balder.
shit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He's a little further. I gave him a little boost, and then I'm
Yeah.
just continuing back into the building,
Yeah.
still yelling, Sybil! Sybil!
Sybil, go ahead and make another. It's going to be at a higher DC because you are currently in the middle of an emotional break. But this is an intelligence-based role to observe what is going on around you.
12.
12. Jem is gone suddenly, and there is a further crack of lightning left with the next drag of Jax. But that's all that you really notice past whatever is going on in your head. But you are definitely slowing down in your attempts to drag him because he is a
He has
beefy boy. He's a beefy
Beefy.
boy. And you are trying to drag him down a hallway.
You're tiny.
Yeah. You are not a physically capable person normally.
I'm having a terrible time.
What a shock.
The ramifications.
Rammies, bro.
Rammies, bro. I mean, I think she realizes that it's not working, and she just is still like desperately trying to just drag them both out of here. She's not gonna leave her friend.
Mhm.
And I think
Even if he's not breathing.
yes, even if he's not, we can fix it somehow. Probably. I
Throw a
don't
potion
know.
at him.
Yeah. She sees Kale this time. I think it does snap her back into it. It's like, Kale, I need help, please.
Kale, there's a moment when Kale runs up the stairs and sees you dragging Jax, that like their face falls because this is so tragic. And then they'll sort of firm up their resolve and rush over, and just knowing that they are not going to talk you into just leaving him here. And try to get him up between us so that you've got an arm around him and I've got an arm around him, and we're just going to drag him as fast as we can with two of us going.
You said that you have like one might left, right?
Because I have the quick recovery, I actually have 5.
5 might. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a might roll to lift, carry, etc. to try and support this limp body between the two of you. Neither of which are particularly tall.
Nope.
Neither of you are particularly tall. You get him up, but it is still slow moving.
It's slow.
It
yeah.
is like he is nearly sliding off of you as you guys try and get him. There is no cooperation. There is no stiffness. It's just feet dragging
dead weight.
behind you as you are dragging him first to the stairs and then literally stumbling down the stairs because it is not a wide stairway and you are trying to get him down. You do, being a little bit more aware of your surroundings and less mentally slash emotionally suffering from it than Sybil had described, notice the, like, it's not even really sparks or lightning. It's like minor hairs with an electrical edge through reality as you
Oh
are
no.
dragging him along.
Not gonna think about that right now.
Yeah.
That's a problem for 5 minutes from now, Kale.
Yeah.
If minutes
But
are a
you-
thing that even exist currently.
But you get the body down the stairs and are able to, I guess, nudge with your head the floating in the air Scott with
Yep.
his pieces of paper. Just gonna lay him down, or are you guys gonna try and drag him further away from the
Let's try and
building?
get further away from the building. If I
Okay.
have a free hand, I'm gonna grab Scott and just kind of like hug him to me and still carry Jax.
Okay.
Gotta get Balder too.
Yeah,
I would
I know.
also like an intellect defense roll from all 3 conscious players.
Woo! I have 1 intellect.
Oh, this is wonderful. This is the one thing that I'm good at. Hell yeah. Or that I have.
3.
7.
3, 7,
Hold on.
3, 7, and
9.
Balder, and 9.
Great. That was good.
Wow.
Wow.
What if I cry? What if I cry
Got some-
out loud?
Got some primes going on. I like it.
Yeah. So wonderful. Yeah, just absolutely wonderful. So you guys,
We're bad. Okay, we're
Great.
yeah,
We're
We have a
dying.
lot on our minds right now.
you get down there and there's this uncoordinated shuffle of trying to figure out how to carry 2 limp bodies, one of which is breathing, one of which is not. A frozen rat and an unconscious little tiny copper dragon amongst your 2 fairly small bodies
Battered
yourselves.
selves.
Very battered. It's this kind of disruptive, like trying to figure out who is going to carry what and how to arrange them. And you initially hear rushing, and it sounds like rushing water. And then it's roaring, and then you hear almost like your ears popping. The suction of time and reality snapping around you.
Fuck.
Kale, Balder, and Sybil all collapse.
That was already
Oh.
collapsed.
Jax. It wouldn't be described as white. Sort of like hazy fog or clouds around you. It is the flash and crack of power through your body and the bright flash of light as you attempt to reach out with something within you to suck back this disastrous event and protect your friends. You had a lot of the initial damage had been stopped. Like, you felt the disruption of time and the damage that you took initially, and then you, at the same time, superimposed over that, saw Kale's somewhat stretched dragonic form dive in front of you, shielding you from the initial shattering blow of the crystal. And then superimposed over that again, the stretch of time. And you reached out, and there was light, and then there was nothing. And now it's just this foggy nothingness. Silence. You don't feel anything. You don't hear anything. There's not even the smell of wetness.
Who's there? No, there's no one here.
No.
Am I alone?
Yeah, you're alone. You don't see anyone. It's just like you are trapped in a hazy, cloudy nothingness.
Hmm. Jax, in true Jax fashion, uh, just gets in a low stance, horse stance, and he just goes and he starts practicing his punches in the air, and he just goes, "I hope they're okay."
You've exercised in foggy conditions before. I mean, you're out in the woods. There's no movement to the moisture and air around you. It's like it doesn't really exist. It's just there.
Can I tell what this place is?
Go ahead and give me a intellect-based check on like religion or history, if you have any training in regards to either.
Now tell me something. Do I have any points?
You have the points that you would have had when your soul ceased to exist within your body.
Gotcha.
Cool. Great.
Yeah.
Why you
I
gotta
don't have
phrase it
any.
like that?
I don't have any skills in those things, so this is just a straight up roll.
Yeah.
That is a 7.
7. You're not sure. There's something about it that you almost recognize, but it's just out of reach.
Have I
But
been here before?
you don't
He
know.
just says to himself.
Your yeah, your friends aren't anywhere nearby. It was like you were there and then you weren't. There's no sound. There's just the nothingness around you. You don't even know what you're standing on at this point.
He'll stop practicing his punches. He realizes this and he just kind of goes, "Hello," and he just starts walking forward.
Okay. So you're walking.
Anybody here?
It's still an echoing nothingness. You feel something not necessarily painful, but tight deep within your chest, though.
Gosh, no, Sinead was Sybil made. Okay. Hello. What is that? I'm trying to figure out. Can I tell what it is? Is it like just like like I ate something bad, or is it like oh gosh, my body?
It's how you imagine feeling the feeling of getting punched by your aunt would be.
Oh, death. Got it.
Almost exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like something deep within you has had something reach in and either crush it or grab it. It is painfully tight, but not radiating.
All right, whoever's got my heart, give it back.
Sybil.
Uh, but yeah, so you find yourself lost in this strange, foggy, outy nothingness. Just walking with this tight, painful ache deep in your chest. Hale, Balder, and Sybil,
Hello.
Yeah.
Falling unconscious, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, again.
Blackness around you, just darkness. What would you each say is your last panicked thought before this darkness takes you?
Well,
Fuck.
shit.
Well, shit, fuck, and
No, wait, hold on.
okay.
No, that was to you. That was to you.
That
Yeah.
was me.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. No,
Kale's,
yeah.
Kale's is, I don't want it to end.
Okay.
I like this life.
Yeah.
Baldur's is just going to be Ace. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sybil's is she happens to be staring down at Balder, and it's just not necessarily words, but just the overwhelming sensation of like being sorry. It's just that.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay, three punches to the heart. Thank you.
Yep. So we'll start with Ace. I'm sorry. Both of you hear that in your heads. And it a familiar voice, but you don't quite recognize it as Balder as you know him. Balder, as you're thinking that,
Mhm.
you know that they would probably forgive you. But as you're sinking into this dark nothingness of unconsciousness,
Mhm.
feeling the echo of severe pain and possibly internal bleeding. Um,
Definitely.
yeah. It's like you're sinking into water.
Mm.
It's like you have fallen into maybe a lake or the ocean, and that rushing sound is like water collapsing in all around you. And I would like you to make just a straight d20 roll.
Yes, sir. I like doing these without context. This is my
Not
favorite
ominous
thing
at
in the
all.
world. How's
Yep,
a
yep, yep.
10 sounding? Is it just straight up 10?
Around you is not a familiar area,
Hmm.
but reaching forward, you see long, dark black fingernails on your hand.
Groovy.
That's the arm that should be a tentacle. Just
Oh,
picking
shit.
up a single shot glass. You throw it back and looking around.
Hmm.
You still hear that faint sound of melody
Mhm.
deep in your subconscious, but you've been ignoring it for so long. And the kid will definitely find you eventually.
Hmm.
It's strange, this place, but better than anything that you've seen in that horrific cliffside city. Hmm. The melody is louder now. It's louder than you're used to. Your hand flexes, and the long, sharp, needle-like claws that are your nails retract in just slightly. And you hear someone call to you, a name that you don't recognize. But you still feel your lips tilt up in a smirk and acknowledge.
Yeah.
Standing up just out of the corner of your eye, there's a reflective surface in the bar as you stand and walk away. Your ace.
Yep. This is fine.
Hail.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
Sort of like a hovering. Like you remember flight from that dream.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that. But you see Balder, but it's not Balder, but it is. But Balder shouldn't have an arm there. Smiling and shaking hands with someone that you don't recognize in a place that you don't know. A familiar figure to Kale, sitting and smiling and chatting over dinner with someone off in the corner. She's
Oh
happy
no.
looking,
Oh no.
healthy, but just slightly like something in her eyes, like there's something missing.
Is it who I think it is? And is she the one shaking Balder's hand?
No, you see her a couple tables past,
Cool.
just over Balder's shoulder. Curling hair, kind of fluffed and wild,
Okay.
but
So
just
Kale had been about to go, Balder, are you okay? And they got about halfway through and then their mouth drops open
yeah.
as they catch sight of her.
There's no recognition of anyone below or around you that they can see you hovering there in the air. What do you do?
I think I just stare at her for a few heartbeats until I could shake off that shock.
Sybil, you heard Ace, I'm sorry. And then something deep and resonant. I don't want it to end. And like this overwhelming rush of sensation, there's darkness and nothingness. And then like faceted vision. So many people in front of you, so many people at the same time that you are talking to each other, laughing, and you focus briefly on what might be Boulder but isn't Boulder, shaking your hand, and then smiling at someone but feeling sad as they're telling you a story. You're telling a story to those sad but laughing eyes. And it's overwhelming because you are feeling and seeing and experiencing everyone here.
Cool.
Do you focus on any one individual?
Uh, uh, I pick the one that seems the most familiar.
It's no one that you've seen before. But there is someone that is talking to who might be Balder but isn't, but is, but isn't. It's not a face that you recognize, but something about it says that this person is Balder, and you are speaking to them, and it's a slightly more feminine face than you recognize Balder being. There's no facial hair. It's softer, but not quite female presenting. It's this strange mix of Balder imposed over this person with short cut hair and smiling with sharp, sharp teeth, needle like the claws on the hand that are wrapped around you, shaking. And you're speaking about a deal and the promise of pearls and the promise of power. You're speaking about trade deals, and you'll have drinks over it later. You feel slight judgment towards this individual. You do not know why you feel it, but you do find yourself focusing and smiling and leading this individual out. And Balder, you find yourself judging right back.
That jerk.
This is someone that you've dealt with before,
Mm-hmm.
someone that
Mm-hmm.
you paid to leave clues behind.
Of course. Yeah.
You'll kill them later.
Mm-hmm.
Better than having to pay.
Yeah.
Kale, you see Balder that isn't Balder walking out with this individual. But she's still sitting there, smiling and talking and telling stories about this really weird night where it seemed to rain, but it wasn't really rain, and she has this feeling that it might have to do with the weird things going on in the world right now. Um, but it's just funny social stories back and forth. Do you follow?
Do
Do you
I
continue watching?
feel like I'm here? Or because nobody's paid attention to me?
You feel like you are there.
Okay.
No one seems to be able to see you.
Then I'm going to slide into the booth across from her
Okay.
and just sit for a moment and just look at her.
As all of this is happening, Jax, you are still walking. You still feel this sharp, tight sensation. And then the environment fades. And it's just the world around you. The actual world. Similar to how you saw it in the dream. And you don't hear the question, but you know what the question is. What do you want? What is important to you? Why?
even though there's no one there, I feel like I have to answer it out loud. And I want family. Because I want to have a home. Yeah. That's why.
The pain increases, gets sharper. It seems to split like your very existence is dividing. Pieces of you stretching out. You see in the vague distance before you broken pieces like a rock fall, but building ruins, sparkling, and standing atop one of the broken pieces, curling white hair. And Kinder turns and smiles at you. And then there's nothing. And that is where we are going to take a quick break.
What?
We will be
What?
back shortly.
What?
We are back. My players are only slightly traumatized. Don't worry, I'm working on finishing that up for them.
Good.
There's more.
Oh no.
There's more. All right.
Let's just drop right back into it. So Kale, sitting there, not really sitting, hovering, you exist through and on top of this seat all at once. Is this what it's like for Sybil? But you're still distracted because as they finish their meal, and she is talking and doing that same smile that you recognize. She
Can I have a
makes
little
an
monologue
offhand. Yeah,
before she leaves?
she has an offhanded comment about how she misses a different stew that had been so frequently prepared.
Oh. I'm going
The person
to
asks her what it is, and she just smiles. And that's where you have your opportunity.
lovely. I'm going to lean forward and put my elbow on the table, even though I'm not really there, and I'm probably a ghost. And I'm just heading on, and I'm sort of look her in the eyes, and just say, "Darling, you would laugh so much if you knew how I died. I not in bed at old age, like I always said I would, and like I was on track to. But in the deeps, which I said I'd never go back to, dragged out of my tea shop on an adventure of some sort, trying to protect my friends. If you could see me now, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're not any part of that. And you look well. I'm glad I got to see you one last time." And I'll reach out and just touch her cheek.
And it kind of passes through her. You don't get the sensation of actual touch. And it begins to fade. But she still has that kind of familiar, distant smile. And she stands up. Your hand passes through her as she does.
Goodbye, darling. I still love you.
And then there's nothing. Sybil, you're walking along with this person who is and isn't Balder. And as you are doing so, there's an exchange of the pouch Balder that you hand to this person that you're walking with. You turn and walk into an alley, and Sybil, you're unpacking this bag that had been hidden in a couple of crates, handing off something. You know it's a map of some kind and a list. You're not It's a struggle to know what it is because you are this person, but you aren't this person. Roll an intellect task for me, please.
What is happening?
Good question. 19.
19. If you were not impaired currently, but
Actually,
no, you
intellect's
have
untouched.
might. You have might. So you have something in each. You are not impaired. That is a minor effect. Woo!
Nice.
It is a map of hidden passages in Eisenbridge.
That's stronger.
And a list of names. 2 of which are council members, 1 of which is from Deepview, and 5 of which are just random middle class, maybe shop workers or various people within Ice and Bridge for contacts for Balder who isn't Balder. And you have the opportunity at a later date to recognize said names when they come up if you are to meet them in person or hear their names in person. So go ahead and add that to your notes of list of 7 contacts for Ace within Ice Bridge.
Interesting. I don't. Okay.
Fuck.
Balder,
Yeah, hi.
I would like you to make a speed task
Oh,
for
cool.
me.
I don't got
Not
none of
with
that.
Boulder. You have a total of 14 speed pool to pull from if you would like to make an effort with it.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but sure, let's try it.
It is
It
a
doesn't matter. I rolled a
speed-based
2.
attack roll. It is a speed-based attack roll.
I rolled a 2.
Sybil, something triggers for you, like an instinctive some sort of sound, and you turn just in time to avoid Balder, who is not Balder, stabbing you in the back.
Cheeky little bugger.
Balder, make another speed attack because you have 2 attacks per round
What?
currently.
That's a 12.
Go ahead and make a defense roll for me, Sybil.
What the bloody hell is happening?
Speed defense, yes.
This is your way of letting Balder get back. I got you. That's a 5.
5.
Boy.
Sybil, you feel but don't feel long needle-like claws slash through your throat as everything goes dark and you lose connection.
What the?
Balder, you see Ace's hand after trying to just dig in a similar way to Kale through this person's back. They dodge just by turning because they hear something. And then you reach forward and slash through their throat.
Hmm.
And you see the shocked eyes.
Hmm.
And then you also lose connection and everything
Hmm.
goes dark.
That's brilliant. Yeah, you know.
I would like an intellect task from Balder's
Cool.
sheet to retain some sort of knowledge from that brief connection.
I was with 12 on the dice.
12 on the dice. Good. It's better than paying. You'll just pick up those pearls.
I mean, yeah.
You know that the map contains passageways and connections.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time that you go check up on little brother.
Oh, on. No, wait. Hold on. Well, no. That's like not a good time. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
It's fine.
Jax, you don't see, you don't smell, you don't feel, but you do hear. And you remember that smile from Commander. And then there's not quite vision, but you can almost see Kinder sitting in front of you. And it's that same kind of smile that you recognize from your traveling and joking with Kinder at the start of all of this. It's that same, not necessarily carefree, but friendly type of smirk and smile, especially after ranting about the rat conspiracy. But the posture is wrong.
Kinder? Kinder, is that you? Hi. It's been a while.
No, it's not. It's a connection that you wish you still had. I felt this more appropriate.
Is Jimmy? Is that you? I haven't seen you since you were a little wolf cub. Oh, wait, no, but you can't be talking. No, wolves don't talk. Okay. Connection wish that I had?
You're searching for family, right? A way to connect.
I can't see you clearly.
It's hard to see yourself when you don't know yourself.
What? You me? What are you
Not
saying?
quite. Not quite. You could have been. I'm a part. A connection that's lost. And wishes it wasn't.
Dad?
No.
Mom? Maybe?
How could I be if you've
Brother? Sister?
never met before?
That's
I
true.
can't appear as something that you've never seen.
I feel like you're avoiding saying who you are.
How can you understand something that you've never experienced? How can you understand a loss when you've never had?
I don't want to lose.
What would you do for a chance to not?
Anything.
Are you sure?
It's not a doubt in my mind.
Good. Hold on to that conviction. Maybe you'll find your way back.
You got a name? Jax. No
There's
last
so
name.
much more. I'm
As everybody keeps saying that.
the opportunity and the desire for that connection. I am that, and I am else, and I am not. I am awareness. learn that awareness if you have the chance. And what should be Kinder's face, and it's just the mask appearing as Kinder, stretches into that same friendly, jovial smile.
All right. Find my way back, huh?
Find your way back
Awareness. I don't know much about all that, but I'll do it.
if you can.
Jax,
Hail,
you do anything?
Balder, and Sybil. I
Hello.
would like an intellect defense task from all three of you again.
Okay.
8.
I believe in you. Oh,
This
I
is
don't-
intellect defense, correct?
Yes, intellect
I am
defense.
hindered because I'm empathic.
Mhm.
Natural
Uh,
20.
Natural 20. Whew.
With my
Okay,
dice.
Sybil, you are the first of the three of you to wake up. And with that natural 20 and major effect, you wake up in time to feel and see the snap of time righting itself.
Hmm.
You're not in the yard anymore. Something about the magical resonance blasted through, and you are standing there outside of the yard as if you were ready to run in and try to catch up with your friends. You see your friends about to be escorted into the building. One of the guards, all of his armor having been stripped of him, being escorted away by a couple of the other thugs.
The fuck?
Are we doing
see
this
them
again? Are we
walking in.
Groundhog Day it?
Yeah. You see them walking in,
Oh no, it's in my
then walking
birthday.
back. And around you, time does that same strange feels freezing thing. And then reality around you seems to rip. Where do you choose to wake up? Because you have obtained control over this time rip.
What?
With my friends. Wherever
With your
that
friends?
wherever that is. Do I get to
When?
pick where we all end up?
Yeah, like where along this path do you rewind your bodies to?
Just do a over.
I think I rewind it to
Redo.
literally a second before I cast Shatter on it in his skull.
So you see this fast-paced blur of time among the sparkling electric rips in reality. And then you are standing in the hallway that is there, but not around you.
What?
You see the damage because your bodies have moved. Your bodies have shifted with this temporal rip. And you feel fine. You feel fine. And Kale is standing there where Dragon Kale should be. And Jax is on the floor where Jax had been. And Balder is standing in the doorway again. And time begins again. And the dagger is gone, and the body is there. And the damage has occurred. But there's no explosion. There's no strange frozen time. You're just in the hallway, cracked beams around you. And you feel fine. And everyone except for Jax is back to full health.
What?
Oh.
The
Oh.
fuck?
Oh.
This is.
So I did take the 15.
I think you're
I
dead.
shielded you from a bunch. I shielded you fully.
Jax, you are still down.
I've never been sadder to be fully healed in my life.
Yeah. Jax's body was dead when the temporal dissonance started.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, fun.
So while Sybil somehow
already did.
affected the dissonance by taking control of it as you guys began to wake up again, you don't know how long it's been, and your bodies were shifted through that dissonance to the location of Sybil's choosing.
Are we still in the fight? Like, is Jem here? Like,
Yeah.
Jem is not there, just the
Oh my God.
exploded head body and the damage to the walls around you.
Kale sucks in a deep breath because they thought they were dead.
I'm gonna turn around and look at Sybil with like actual legitimate terror in my eyes, like straight up. What the fuck?
I don't know.
We were dead. Jax,
don't.
like, Jax, and I'll turn around and rush to him.
His body is stiff and somewhat bloated on the ground.
Is Pico also just lying still on the ground?
Pico is starting to wake up.
Okay, good. I'm going to try and tend Jax's wounds. I'm doing like chest compressions. Give him a breath. 2 breaths.
Go ahead and give me a healing check.
I am going to put effort on this because I have points to throw
Because you're
around.
fine
You
now.
have points now.
Let
Yeah,
me
you
do
have
2
now.
points of effort because, like, why not? Oh, also I rolled a 19, so that helps.
Oh, sick.
Jax is not just dead. This is like a day or two later. How long were you trapped? This is a body that has gone through different stages.
Oh my fucking god.
So I go to start doing chest compressions, and then I like lift an arm, and it resists because it's in rigor, and I'll look over at the two of you with just like expression of horror on my face.
I just fall to my knees.
Sybil, how much time passed?
I don't know. I
Make
don't
an
know what happened.
You have a major effect. Make an intellect roll to see if you know how much time has passed.
14.
14. You can assume, just based off of your connection to the temporal dissonance and the rip that it caused, that it's been approximately a day and a half.
Oh my god.
A day? Day and a half? Maybe?
That would track with the time of death, yes.
What do you mean a day and a half?
I don't.
And I'll just put Jax's arm back down and like close his eyes.
No, because he's not dead. What do you, Kale?
Sybil, and I'll come and like put my hands on you and be like, he's. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. If he'd been dead only a minute or two, maybe we could get his heart started again. I don't know. I've seen it happen with drowning victims, but he's been dead for a long time.
But But we were just here. We were just here, and then we woke up, and everything got really fast. And
we were dead as well.
What the fuck did you do?
The building fell on us, and we were in an explosion. And then time went weird.
What the fuck did you do?
I don't know. Kale, how do I fix it?
I want you to not do anything ever again, let alone try to fix this. You think you can fix this? You are the reason this all happened in the first place. Jax is dead because of you. We almost all died because of you. And you don't even know what you did. How do you know that you trying to fix this isn't going to have it happen again?
I was tired of feeling helpless, and I just wanted to help for once instead of just watch everything happen. And this is I didn't mean to, Baldur. Please understand that I didn't mean to. Please.
I don't care. After a certain point, meaning to is irrelevant when the damage is this big.
So then we fix it. We figure out a way.
How would we fix this? Please enlighten me, because you seem to know everything. You act like you know what is going on all the time, and you look down on others. So why the fuck? What the fuck? What do we do? How do we fix this?
It's not the time.
No. Right now is exactly the time. If she continues to just do whatever the fuck she wants without regard for what surrounds her, then next time there might not be a next time. There almost wasn't a next time.
Yes.
Last I remember,
losing Jax is going to be a hell of a lesson.
Being chewed out for walking away, and then immediately after, by the way, she gets struck by lightning, barely survives it, and then immediately after that, she wanders off on her own, gets herself into trouble. We have to save her, and then after that, she blows off to literal smithereens. Fuck you mean? This is not the time.
Baldur, you say that like any of us have any idea what we're doing. We're just trying to survive day to day. None of us know how to use magic.
None of
or
us
what
have
any of
blown
this
the
means.
fuck up. I get that, Kale. I really, really do. But only one of us has Jax's lives on their hands. Jax is dead.
Right. You know that he's right.
He is dead.
I'll figure it out. I'll fix it. Just
we should leave. We should find somewhere else to be. And we're gonna have to find somewhere to bury him.
Right. I'm gonna stand up and just pick up Jax, or try to. I don't know if I can.
It feels warm.
He feels warm.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna check him. Is he alive? Is he actually dead?
Make a healing check.
Cool. I don't know how to do that.
It's an intellect-based
Or on the dice.
task. Or what?
A 4.
You have no idea. You know that dead bodies aren't supposed to be warm.
It's okay, kitten. It's only playing. We
He's
don't
not
actually hate each
as-
other. Cat. It's okay.
He's not as stiff as he was when Kale was trying to check on him, though.
Okay. Well, I don't care.
I
I'm just
imagine
gonna
he was
pick him
like fully gray before too, because he'd been dead for a day and a half.
up. Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
he now looking a little bit more normal?
Oh man, it's a lot of
Are you also going to check?
Yeah. Can I write on my previous check? Because I know what he looked like.
He doesn't necessarily look flushed with life, but he's not quite as gray. He's not quite as bloated.
I'm just
Just
picking
a
him
second,
up.
and I shove Balder out of the way, and I put my head to his chest, and like check his neck.
Oh, Kelly, he's dead. You can't. Let's
He's
just get
not
it.
as no. He's not as dead as he just was.
What does that even fucking mean?
Can I?
Just
It takes a couple of seconds, but you do hear a single thump of a heartbeat.
just the one.
You wait a couple seconds more, and there's another one, a little bit stronger.
Then I'm not doing chest compressions, but I'm gonna like turn his head to the side and do like 2 breaths. Breathe, damn it, breathe.
Kale. He's gone.
No, he's got a heartbeat. I'm still like shoving you back and trying to like breathe into Lord Jax.
Yeah.
And then like put my head back on his chest.
You're not sure if the breathing is helping or if it's just that time is still shifting strangely. But there's a couple more slow beats. And he feels warm.
I start barking orders. I'm like, someone grab a blanket, get some water.
He's gonna have a baby.
Breathe, Jax, breathe.
Breathe, Betty, breathe. And then I'm still like, just listening for heartbeat, seeing if he's breathing on his own. If he's not, I'm continuing to give breaths.
Jax, from what would be a full pool, make a might roll, a might defense task.
Come back, buddy.
Ooh. My defense tasks are hindered for me.
Yeah, so where it
so
would
I
normally
will.
be a 15, it is currently an 18.
How
I
does
am
Jax
going.
not have
If I have
might
a full
defense?
pool here.
He is chaotic.
Oh, yeah, do
It's
it.
because I'm
Yeah.
chaotic. Yeah. I'm gonna put the 2 levels of effort on this.
Okay, so that
Should.
Which is
is
remind me again how
total
many.
of 5. Do you have any edge
I have
in
1
might?
edge, so 4.
So that is a total of
I have
4
1
points
edge.
of
I have
might.
1.
Yeah.
I have 1
Yeah.
edge in all of my stats.
Yeah.
Eh,
So
That
that would
is
have brought it
a
down to a 12, so you just
14.
need to beat a 12. Okay.
14.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can feel that same tight, painful feeling in your chest, like this bursting throb. And you feel yourself like you're taking a deep breath in without meaning to, like your lungs are filling. And it's that same tight sensation. And the vision of kinder but not kinder's smiling face. And the sounds of your friends panicking around you. And
He's
Kale
already dead.
saying,
was already dead.
Get some water. Get a blanket. Balder going, he's already dead.
I don't think he's dead now.
Okay.
He's got a
Kale,
heartbeat.
the heartbeat goes from a couple brief beats to hard, heavy thumps, and you dodge out of the way as his body rockets forward into a sitting position.
What the fuck?
Okay. Hi, everybody.
What is it?
Whoa.
Oh,
What?
Oh, I start to wait, hold on. I start to feel. Do I still feel that that tightness?
It's still painful, but you're there, and your body
Oh.
is there.
Oh, I'm gonna be sore in the morning. Oh, oh God.
How the
Hi, how y'all? You
how the
okay?
bloody hell are you alive
Your
right
voice does
now?
not look okay. What do you mean?
You
You
were-
were fully dead.
We're like over a day.
Uh-huh.
You
Apparently.
were,
Over a
I-
day? That's why.
and I'm
Yeah.
just gonna give him a hug. I just like launch
Oh,
myself forward and just
Hi. He hugs you back. It's nice to see you too. Oh, I saw Kinder, or
I-
someone who was cosplaying as Kinder.
What's cosplaying?
pull back and I'm still wiping at tears. I just don't stand, Jax. Don't try to move.
Okay.
If somebody has a blanket, I'll
He,
like put it over
freezes
your
in
legs.
place. How am I feeling with my health?
You
He-
are back at full except for the points that you spent towards effort.
Oh, lovely.
So back at
In
full
all of
except
my
for 4
pools?
tonight. Yeah, in all your pools.
Oh wow. That was wild. That was a wild
you-
ride, everybody.
Are you aware of what happened?
Explosion.
Right.
I think I put there's something that happened and I felt like really strong for a moment. And then I put a shield around all of y'all. But then it wasn't a shield for real. So I had to connect it to myself so that the damage would transfer to me. And then that was it. That was really it. After that, and then I was
Marvelous idiot,
clouds and
Jax. You
eyes.
absolute
Fucking
fool.
buffoon.
And after that, I saw eyes and stuff in the clouds again. They were looking at
Again?
me. It's like the third time. I got to figure out what that is. And then I heard my aunt singing to me, and I was like, I'll go to sleep, yeah. And then I was in this like void place that was kind of like misty.
Right.
There was
Yeah,
a pain in
that's
my chest, and then I
that's
sat
death.
there, and then I saw the world in front of me,
That's not.
and then it was like no one asked this, but I felt like there was a question. I answered it, and then boom, Kinder was right there on top of some like ruins or something, and then turned around and looked at me and then smiled, and I was like, whoa. And then Kinder was sitting next to me, and I was like, Kinder, is that you? And Kinder was like, I'm not Kinder, actually, I'm just looking like Kinder. And I was like, well, that's wild. And then they were like, yeah, you gotta do stuff, be aware, be cool, be chill, do what you want, be determined about it. And I was like, all right. And then I was, and then now I'm here. That's about all what happened. I was dead for real.
Oh,
What?
quite.
The fuck are you?
Who knows? The
Yes.
god or something. I guess you're immortal.
um,
Am I immortal? That'd be pretty cool.
Aren't
You were
supposed to
fully
be, like,
dead and now you're
immortal?
not. I don't know what else to call that.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't matter. Are y'all okay? Are y'all fine?
No, we are not. almost died. We may have actually died. Who knows?
We also all seem to be physically intact, which I have no explanation for.
We watched you die, Jax.
This
Of
building had
course we're
also
not
fallen on
dead.
us, and it seems to still be here.
Sybil's just laughing.
Sybil,
Sybil's just laughing.
are you
Just
good,
cracked.
Sybil, over there?
She is just
Get over
laughing.
there. You fine?
Oh my god, she's really lost it.
Sybil's gonna be fine.
Just Pico?
Pico is kind of groaning because he is now awake and just kind of looks at you and like, hi,
No.
I have a headache. Hi, how are you?
Alive.
Hi.
Better than 10 minutes ago, but I don't scoop him up. Just rest.
Yeah, hi. Hi. That hurts every time that happens. I'm gonna go
does that
sleep now. And he curls up into a teapot
Teapot.
again. Those of you who are a little focused on Jax currently, go ahead and make an observation intellect task for me.
I'm gonna use a different dice. That was a
4. Yeah,
6.
it's a difficulty of 4, so 12 or better.
Not me, I'm looking at Pico.
Also me or not me?
Not you, Jax, because it's
Mm.
sensing something about you.
13.
Hold on.
There is something odd or different about Jax. Like a disconnect. Still.
How? How?
It's not something that you can really pinpoint. It's sort of like a feeling about him. It's just slightly off, slightly other. Extel, add to your character sheet that you have a demeanor of the beyond.
A what?
Oh, what now?
Excuse
Oh no,
me?
it's not coming through weird. Never mind.
This
Okay.
is mine? What?
Is that your special abilities?
No, you're
Yes,
fine,
it
you're fine.
is per the ability Demeanor of Command, but it is that you give the feeling of someone that is touched somehow by the beyond.
So
Your
maybe somebody who
might,
died and came back to life.
your might defense is now further hindered, so it is hindered by 2 instead of 1.
How?
Demeanor of the beyond. Okay.
Yes, to
Hindered.
give you specifics on
More.
You done died,
how it
buddy.
works. Yeah, you legitimately died.
You fully died.
Simple.
Yeah. To give you a further description on how Demeanor of Command works, you project confidence and knowledge and charisma as if something other. It is a 2 intellect point ability, so you would be spending 2 to exert this. Those who see you automatically understand that you are something other. And when you speak with strangers who are not already attacking you, you have at least a round for them to hear what you have to say, because they are taken by what you are. If you are speaking to a group that can understand you, you can attempt to have them produce their leader or ask that they take you to their leader. You also gain a free level of effort that can be applied to one persuasion task that you attempt during this period.
This is a terrible thing for Jax to have.
Oh, yeah.
Jax basically got a I am slightly alien, take me to your leader ability.
God.
What
Oh
the
yeah. This is
fuck?
gonna be.
You look at him and you go,
This
that's
is gonna
not a
be
normal
nice.
dude. Something has happened to that guy.
Been through some stuff.
I think I'm gonna walk out. I'm just gonna walk past everybody, grab my code from wherever Sybil has it still, if it's still
Mhm.
there, and then I'm just gonna reach into my bag, pull out my last bottle of alcohol, pop it open, and just chug it as I leave. And all of it, everything. I'm just walking out,
Ooh.
just straight up.
Your leg, where another one of the shards had
Hmm.
embedded just above your knee,
Hmm.
aches slightly, as does your
Bloody.
shoulder and the couple of pieces in your neck, because they are still there. And you feel them working their way further into your body as you move.
I'm just gonna try to take him out. Just
Okay, go ahead and
rip
give
him out. I
me,
don't care.
go ahead and give me a might task, I guess, in that
Sure.
case.
That was a natural one. Pew pew pew.
Drive him in further.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just drove them in further. You do hear with those embedded shards of a broken artifact in your body,
Uh-huh.
a further calling of water and the sea.
Oh no.
All
It
right.
rushes through your ears and mind. And for a moment you're stunned as you see superimposed over everything long, clawed, fingered hand reaching for a shot glass in a familiar bar.
I feel like I just stumble and kind of like should like lean on the wall in my tentacle arm and just kind of hold there for a second before I keep walking.
Once per day, you may attempt to see through Ace's eyes.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. No pressure.
Your water shield has improved to armor 2 instead of 1,
Fuck you, shit.
but your leg continues to ache.
That's fine. I'll deal with that later. It's not the first time I've injured my leg.
You can have a peg leg. It's thematic.
Sybil,
Alright.
Jax, and Kale. Balder just got up and left.
That's fair. He's going through it. Just let him take a moment.
Yeah, Sybil is not like Sybil stopped laughing and is just, I think, staring at Jax probably, and just has been staring at Jax and is not like processing anything else. While Jax is like
Checking his body over.
That's fine. And Kale is just sitting cross-legged on the ground, cradling a teapot and just staring, just like.
You should probably go catch a boulder, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Wait.
I stand up.
You go up, and I'll get up and go into the study where the papers are.
A lot of them have been cleaned out.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, it's been over a day.
It's been over a day.
And Jem did escape during the temporal dissonance because of
Mm-hmm.
the way that it affected him.
I
Yep.
would like to say the actual
crap.
papers are in my bag because I did take them and back them before.
That's true.
You did
And
take,
Scott
you did
got
take
some
a
as
couple.
well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did take a couple, and on the stairs, stumbling your way down, you do pass Scott just kind of sitting on a stair, looking around, looking thoroughly confused because
Oh,
he like landed on a stair, papers in his mouth.
I'll
You have no
I'll
idea what that rat was going through during the dissonance.
I'll pick him up. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll just reach out tentacle out and let him climb and just
Yeah.
not really say anything, just kind of like keep going.
He curls against the uninjured side of your neck, and seems a little traumatized.
No, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
That rat has been through a
Yeah.
fucking lot.
Kale, so what are you trying to find in this office? Because a lot has been cleared out. There's still some pieces left behind. but there's obvious signs that around the damaged walls and doorway, and other cracks and fissures in the structure of the room, that stuff has happened and things have been taken out during the time that you were trapped between reality.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
what are you
guess I'm
trying to
just looking
find?
for confirmation that, like, oh yeah, he's definitely come and cleaned out all the important papers, and he would know which ones those are because this is his office.
Yeah.
And I'll just like sweep my gaze around, and if there's anything that looks particularly important that's left, I don't think there will be. Like, I'm sure he's taken all the council ledgers, like his journals, all of his notes.
Go ahead and make an intellect-based search.
Sounds good. I'll put effort on it.
Okay.
Doesn't help because I rolled a
Believe you.
5.
Yeah.
I'm
You
too
weren't
tired.
able
I'm
to.
just done with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You weren't
whatever.
able
It's
to
not
find
important
much.
anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We're all
Sybil, what
so
you
fucking
doing? You
dumb.
still just staring at Jax, feeling himself up?
Don't say it like that.
Yeah. I think
It kind of is.
Kale walks over and Sybil just kind of walks over to Jax and just kind of like stares at him. Doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, and then does the same thing and just reaches out like a finger and just pokes like the center of his forehead, just to like make sure that he's actually there.
Hi.
You're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay?
No. But I don't really know. I don't know. I'm glad you're okay, though.
Thanks. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Just you seem pretty distressed a
Yeah, I
minute
mean,
ago.
I killed you. I think. Actually, no, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's
Um,
yeah.
How connected would you say that you are to reality, like psychologically speaking, Sybil?
Oh, the fuck?
Like how much
Question.
how much
a great
in
question.
shock, yeah, like how much
Uh-huh.
in shock / emotional turmoil would you say Sybil currently is?
like she's having a terrible time. It's
Yeah.
very bad.
Yeah. Make an intellect task, not necessarily defense task, but intellect task. To try and basically recognize that this is reality. Like this isn't just a weird twist again.
18.
18. Very good. Very, very good. This like he is real. Yes, he was dead, but he is alive, he is moving. Somehow his body reversed the stages of death and time and came back, or maybe it was an echo of that temporal dissonance. You personally feel both more and less connected to the physicality around you, though. You know that he is real, he is physical, everything around you is physical. Part of you doesn't feel that way, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
I think I owe Baldur an apology.
Yeah. You also have something to add to your character sheet.
What is it? Tell me.
The ability is
I've-
called Improved Dream Train.
Ooh.
What?
It is an intellect-based action. You can expand upon the Dreamcraft ability for up to a long distance to create a dreamlike terrain. Movement through that terrain is hindered due to distorted
terrain.
surroundings. It is an action to initiate.
I thought it was like train, like choo-choo train.
No.
It could
I
be
was like, what?
if
It
that's
could,
the dream.
like you could create a train, but
I'm
it's
gonna make
terrain.
it
Yeah,
at every possible opportunity.
yeah. Because you are able to absorb more of reality into the dream with you now, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
You're so done with reality. You're just gone. You're just out of it. You're like,
Sybil
that's me.
I'm out.
Sybil learned what the word dissociation meant, and she was like, you know what, I think I can improve upon that actually.
Let's just
Pretty
make that my
much.
entire identity now.
Yeah.
Dissociation.
I think I can make it better. Yeah.
Wild. Crazy shit.
Nope.
God damn. Well,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You right there?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up. Dust myself off. We should probably go see what it's like out there because, well, I mean, basically a bomb went off right here, and I'm sure the people here noticed. Probably, most likely, definitely, maybe.
I'll
Kaylee, you
walk
okay over
back out-
there?
walk out of the office. I'd be like, he's still alive and he took all his stuff, so there's nothing here for us anymore. We should leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go. Let's
What
go check
happened to
on Boulder. Yeah.
that guard they had in the basement? You check on Boulder. I'm going to check the lower levels.
I'll come
You
with
sure?
you. I don't think Balder really wants to see me right now, so
I'll actually take your hand, Sybil, and just give it a little squeeze, and then let you go. If you're tangible, maybe I can't.
yeah.
Currently tangible.
Great. And I give you like a little sad smile, and then head off towards the basement.
I'm following you.
Yeah.
And I've still got like a Pico in my arm.
I'm going out to
Yeah.
Boulder.
Just a teapot. Just hugging a teapot.
So you're going up to Balder. Like Balder did after that moment of being able to see through Ace's eyes and picking up Scott the rat. Did you just kind of stay frozen on the stairs, or did you go somewhere?
No, I'm outside the building.
Okay.
I was gonna leave like straight up, just go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't. I just I'm kind of just drinking, leaning by the door, waiting for the others.
You're just on the stoop.
So yeah, you find Balder pretty easily outside.
Hey,
Mm.
Boulder.
I'm right next to you. I can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Found your rat.
Good. Oh, hey, Scott.
Yeah.
You okay, Scott? You good? Right.
He just kind of gives a tiny traumatized squeak.
I like reach out and like pet him. I'm like, you okay? It's gonna be fine. We're gonna get you some cheese or something, or peanut butter. Peanut butter. Yeah.
Tiny
Trust-
traumatized squeak is the
I'm-
episode title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How you doing, Boulder? You good?
I've been sailing for nearly 10 years, and I have not once met a worst group of people to spend time with than the lot of you.
my God.
That's fair.
I'm talking sailors, pirates, the worst of the worst. You three, single-handedly, worse than everyone. Ever.
That's fair. I've never really traveled with people before. It's my first time, so I'm
Believe it or not,
getting the hang of it.
surprisingly enough, they don't tend to blow you up often. Just
It's good to know.
doesn't usually happen.
Um,
I mean, I've been around explosions before, to be fair. Just not the kind that is triggered by people that are supposedly on your side.
you got something right there.
I know,
You need help with that or something?
probably.
I could try to.
No,
I could try to take it out for you
no,
if you
thank
want.
you.
I mean,
Don't touch
okay.
me.
That's fair. I'll just
Right.
sit down like next to him.
You want some alcohol? There's still like half a bottle here.
Oh yeah, sure. Thanks.
I pass him the bottle.
I'd take a couple of swigs.
You know,
So
I
okay, go ahead.
oh
No, go ahead.
I saw Ace today, but not.
You did?
Well, you were dead. Well, you were dead, right? I
Oh, okay.
saw things. Can't quite explain it, but I could see whatever. I could see Ace. Well, I was looking through Ace's eyes, I think. I don't.
Not the weirdest thing I've heard today, actually. Yeah.
I'm talking to a man that was dead just 5 minutes ago. Yeah. I could barely recognize them. They killed the man. Just well, a person. Can't remember their gender, but they just straight up just rended their neck in half, just with their bare hand. I
Is
don't.
that
Hmm?
is that not how is that not how Ace usually is? I don't know. So
Well, it's.
I'm assuming
I
by your
haven't.
tone of voice that it's not.
I haven't seen Ace in a very long time. I have no idea what they are like now, but back then they were a kind soul. They're the person that taught me that I didn't have to believe everybody that I was a monster. They're the ones who taught me what kindness and care for others was. So, as far as I'm aware, they wouldn't be the type of person to just. I mean, I stabbing someone is one thing, but to just rip their throat out with your own claws, it's like another level.
I've seen a
don't
bear
know.
do that once.
Right, but a bear isn't a person.
Yeah, but it's still wild
Right.
to see.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I'm a little. I miss the sea.
Mr. Woods. Well, if you don't know why they're like that, then all you got to do is ask them when you find them.
That's the problem. I don't know what they are. They feel close by, though. Don't know why.
Make sure you get to them.
Not if Sybil nukes me out of existence again.
There's that. Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, there's not another opportunity.
I don't think
do
I'm
so.
going to be there to give her that, though.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's worth it. I thought I was just helping you guys take down the government. Didn't really expect for you guys to be the reason that I almost died.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jax, you were dead. Like straight up. I know I have a lot of bravado or whatever, but it's not. Death affects people. It never, very rarely does death soften. I, I don't know what this is going to do to all of us, or to you. And I don't know if I mean, what am I even doing here? Really? This is your story. This
You
is
mind
you guys' little quest. The only reason I'm tagging along is because you, for some reason, kept me around.
Oh, well, you're cool. One.
Right.
And I mean, no one's gonna. I don't think anyone's gonna force you to stay again. But
Well, it's not that.
like,
I don't know how to put it, but have you ever felt lost? But not like you're walking in a city and you don't know where you are, but more like it doesn't matter in which direction you walk. There's just more of exactly the same. Like you're adrift at sea without a lighthouse. Yeah.
constantly. Yeah.
That's how I feel every time I'm on land. My sea legs are calling, right? They're aching. I want to go back out into the water. And I thought joining with you guys, I would be able to hasten that process of finding Ace, whether he's here, whether they're here or not, then just get back on a boat and go to the next place. And then suddenly you died and I was dying and everything just got complicated. And the longer I stay, the more my mind just misses the sea, and I feel more. It almost feels like I'm drowning, like I'm just lost to this madness, this chaos that surrounds us, and I hate it. I hate it. In a boat at sea, I know exactly what I do. I know my purpose. I know what I have to do to survive to the next day. But here, it's just questions after questions. And
Can I tell you a story?
I feel like I can't
Can I
really
tell
say
you a
no.
story?
Yeah.
Oh, you can, but I mean, but I want to tell it. I don't have to listen to it if you don't want to, so I won't tell it if you don't want to listen to it. It's fine.
Just tell it. It's fine.
I used to be a lot like Sybil, kind of. A lot like a thinky person, right?
Right.
I used to train with my aunt and fighting and all that stuff, and there was a time where I would try to calculate my moves and try to predict whatever my opponent would do, which was usually like some type of animal. Until one day my aunt said that sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Don't think, just do. I don't know exactly what I thought she meant, but I did my best to do that. And that's how I became how I am today. My point is, though, right,
A living
is that
corpse.
kind of contradict. Anyway, look.
Mm.
My point is that I always feel like I don't know what's going to happen next. Like I am just adrift. Like I'm just a single, to put it in like your terms, a single boat in the dark sea with no lighthouse in sight. Right?
Mhm.
But what I find is that when I follow my instincts, that I find my way to shore sometimes. Point is that stuff happens. We can't stop that.
Mm.
Sybil casting shatter on something.
I don't know what that
Gale
means.
turning into a dragon. Now you'll figure it out one day. I have a lot of weird stuff in my head now. But then like
Right. But this,
my point is that
yeah,
stuff happens, and sometimes you just got to keep going.
right. But
I died, but I'm back now.
right. But
So I'm gonna continue to do what I do.
I could simply
But
avoid that by walking away. But we'll get to it eventually. We'll see.
you good. Stuff always has a way of coming back around whenever you try to run away from it.
Not much we can agree on.
And there we will shift over to the other two. You're going downstairs into where you assume to be the basement of some
Yeah,
kind.
wherever we
Is.
saw the guards sort of taking the prisoner, and we'll just search
You
from there.
guys, yeah, you guys separated outside, so you're not sure where
Yeah,
in the building he theoretically would.
down
So
somewhere.
go ahead and give me a search, intellect-based search check.
Is this a perception?
Yes.
Cool, I am trained in that now. And I rolled a 14.
Good. It takes a little bit of searching. Uh, Definitely enough time for Balder to kind of cool off, but you find what might be the basement. You find a couple of rooms, one of which has what seems to be like various manacle type things for holding people, but in
Nobody's.
the different areas of this now very damaged building, because you do see hints of cracks in the walls and ceilings elsewhere from the force of what would have been an explosion but didn't happen. there is not actually sign of anyone else present. It seems that while they did not clear everything out, there are not people still residing here.
That's all I cared about. I wasn't leaving a guy in the basement to starve to death.
Yeah, who knows what
Yeah.
they did with the guard?
He's not a nice
Adam.
man, but
Like,
at least he didn't
yeah,
leave
like
him to starve.
like that. Who knows what they did with Adam, and who knows if Adam will ever see his boyfriend again?
Yeah, who
But
knows?
yeah,
So
Maggie
we
obviously
search
still hasn't
around.
watched that session. Yeah, the
I
guard that
missed
you
some
guys
stuff.
captured. Yeah, the guard that you guys captured had a boyfriend
Yeah.
that he just wanted
Yeah.
to get back to.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah, so he's not there anywhere, at least
And
that
then
you can find.
as we're wrapping up our search and just about to head outside, I not really looking at you, but just sort of
Mhm.
like as you maybe you've got your back turned to me, and I'll turn over to Sybil and just say, I don't blame you, you know. None of us know what's going on right now. What any of this is.
wouldn't blame you if you did. Kale, I killed him.
I know.
I just wanted to help.
And I know that too, and that's why I don't blame you.
I think Balder hates me, and I don't blame him either.
Balder has a lot of anger. But I can't make sense out of any of this, but all I know is that we're all alive. And we just have to carry on. So
I think you say that, and Sybil turns around and just like does not make eye contact with you, but just like throws her arms around you, and it's just like,
good.
thanks.
I give you like one of those good comforting like hugs, like the really good squeeze.
Well, as you guys are hugging each other, Sybil, you can kind of feel it, but Kale, you definitely feel in that squeeze
Ow.
the array of tiny crystal shards that are just pierced through your entire torso.
Kale has been hiding them.
From
So when
these
I
yeah.
woke up, I threw my
Yeah.
robe on, but I'm
So
aware of them.
you can feel a slight crunch, Sybil, but Kale, you feel them digging further into you as you press yourself into the hug.
That's fine. I don't flinch.
Yep. Okay.
I think I'm tough enough now to take that. I just
Yeah.
squeeze you tight because you need it more than I do.
I don't
Okay.
think she even notices it because she was fully see-through when it actually exploded, so she does not have any frame of reference for the shrapnel.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah.
I just give you a good squeeze and like pat your back. There.
Yeah.
We'll get through this.
Mhm.
We'll get through this.
She's just purposefully not making eye contact because Sybil is just crying. And she's like, no.
No, and I just hold you as long as you need it, and we like do the like comforting rock sort of thing.
How are we doing for time, Lena?
I can go for another 25 minutes. I just need 10 minutes before the hour to get myself together.
Okay. All right. But yeah, so it takes a couple of minutes of you kind of comforting Sybil and Sybil absorbing that comfort as much as Sybil can currently. As the shards work their way further into your body,
Mm-hmm.
you get a sense of fatigue that isn't yours, though.
Huh.
Like you're feeling the fatigue of Pico.
Oh.
Like somehow the shards are enhancing your awareness of it. So it's the pain of them digging further in, which does, since you took a lot of damage from them, deal an additional 2 points of might damage to you.
I'll take it.
But you can feel like it's ricocheting first through that and then up through your awareness, like Pico's fatigue.
Aw. I think I've got Pico, because I'm hugging you with both arms. I've probably got Pico clipped to my belt, just like tied a sash around him.
Yeah.
We should probably find Jackson Mulder. Are you
Yes, it's probably been long enough.
okay? Like
Are
actually,
any of us? Physically, I'm wonderful.
you would tell me if you weren't.
Absolutely.
Good.
Maggie, if you want Sybil to try to see if that is true or not, then that would be
Yeah, I
opposed
do.
rolls. Yeah, that would be opposed rolls, but that is to you on how aware Sybil may be.
I want to.
I'm
So
real good
it is
at...
competing intellect-based roles. This is a social interaction.
I am good at
So
those.
if you are trained in that, that
Mhm.
adds 3 to you. If you are specialized in it, then that would add
I'm
6
gonna
to you.
throw a little bit of my effort on here because I don't want to worry her.
Okay, so that is an intellect effort, which
Mhm.
adds an additional 3.
Great. Woo, and I rolled a 17. I'm perfect.
So,
I rolled an
Everything is
8
wonderful
like a
in
while
Kale
ago.
Town.
yeah, so as far as you can tell,
Like,
Kale is as okay as Kale can be. Like, they don't seem injured, but all of you woke up healthy except for Jax, and even at that, when
I just
Jax
woke up dead.
rocketed forward awake from whatever death he had experienced, he also looked uninjured. So whatever happened with that dissonance seems to have at least physically healed all of you.
interesting.
Yeah.
Her eyes like narrow a little bit, but she's like, okay, I guess.
Kale actually gives you a little, like, another little sad smile and just sort of goes, we'll all need some time to recover from this. Not physically, I think. Are you all right?
I killed my friend, but other than that, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, wound-wise.
no, I'm fine.
So all of us
Balder
are
hates me, and
unusually fine in that regard.
yeah, I guess I
We should find a place to be for a few days and figure out what happened. We need to keep moving.
yeah, I have some ideas on that front, but we should check with the others to see what they want to do.
All right. I'll give you one
I
little
think
squeeze, last squeeze
Balder
on the shoulder.
killed me. She's just like, there were a lot of things happened. Unclear. Now she's thinking about things. She's just been in trauma this entire time, and now she's like, wait, hold on, that was weird, right? Hold on.
When did Balder try to kill you? As we're like coming up the stairs to...
He like did kill me, like ripped my throat out. It was I don't know, were you also in the weird like in between space between when we weren't here and we
Oh,
were?
you mean the afterlife? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yes.
That's what
I don't know.
I had someone else's face, and Balder wasn't Balder, but they
I was a
ripped
ghost,
my throat
and
out.
I said my goodbyes, and then I was done.
Oh, okay. Jax!
Let's
Yeah,
not get into that one right now.
Ah, no.
So while they were searching, and it would have been a decent amount of time, Balder and Jax would have continued with their companionship.
Mhm.
Balder, would you have chosen to leave during all of that?
I didn't, but I would have. It's one of those things where that's what he would have done,
Mm-hmm.
but also he didn't do it.
He
I don't know
went
if that
against
makes
the
sense.
desire to leave, essentially.
Yeah, he stayed talking to Jax the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's just basically a are you still there when they
Yes.
work their way
Yeah.
out of the building? Okay.
Like
Yes.
leaving would have been an effort, and you couldn't even be arsed for that, and you're just still there.
Yeah, he's just drinking.
Okay.
And then I had to bear in a headlock, right? And I was
Right.
like, I was gonna flip it, but it was too heavy for me because, well, I was like 16, but you know,
Right.
it was all right. Oh,
Uh,
hey.
Oh, this is brilliant.
There's no one left in the building. We should leave.
Oh, Kale. I reach into my bag and I produce the documents. I hope it was worth it.
Oh, what is
Here you
this? Get my hands on them.
It seems to be a variety of reports from prior council sessions. A couple of it's all in the same handwriting. So it's not like original copies.
Yeah.
But reports from council sessions, a couple of what look like diary entries, and then an entire page of like intricately copied signatures, all different ones.
Ooh. I'm just going to add this on my character sheet, some council notes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a quick flip through them, and I'm going to have to look at these later.
Nice.
Do
Shove them in
you
my shirt.
put it on the same side as Pico?
Sure. I think the opposites. Yeah, the other side is all crystal, and I don't want to bleed on them.
You feel your hand disappear into nothingness with the items, the pages, as it disappears into your ally's hammer space.
Pico is a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pico has basically grown with the rip in reality and time to be able to store things between time for you.
Hell yes.
That is so fucking cool.
That's so cool. That's so
Like my
cool.
hand goes like into my shirt and then goes deeper than you'd think, and then I pull it back and I'm like,
It's like keeps going.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, memorable things.
You know,
Okay.
it might come in handy when you start like ripping through multiple items of clothing over time.
Mhm.
Just start
Always
hoarding
having a spare
clothes.
shirt.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
All right.
where should we
What do
go?
we do now, y'all?
Away.
You guys want to
Are
go
they-
get some lunch? It's just been a
Where?
while. I don't know. Anywhere? It's just we should sit. Maybe. I'm really, really tired.
No, absolutely. We should eat. We should listen in on what's been going on in the city. If there's still guards all over the place looking for us. Yes, food. Let's eat. I know a place, and I'll just start leading the way to a place.
And it has been over a day into the start of this.
This one day has taken 3 sessions.
We should sleep, probably.
Well, no, it's been over a day of you trapped between time.
Mhm.
Do
A
you
day and a
remember
half.
what was happening prior to all of
Yeah,
this? The start of the
Mhm.
revolution
Jax.
and
Yeah.
barricades?
Mhm.
Yeah,
We should
so
go check in on that.
Yeah, so you exit
Do we see
this
something as we walk on?
area and you see buildings not necessarily damaged. It's not like it's been weeks or months, but you see people like escorting each other around. And this section of Deepview, this sector of Deepview, is like what would have been kind of an underground entertainment area, if you remember that from when you had walked through to meet Jem. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like a lot of these like club type bars and hostels are being occupied, but people are like going only in groups. You do not see individuals walking between them. There is the occasional sign of someone injured, but that's also kind of a deep view thing. Like bar brawls happen. So you're not sure if that is from whatever starting conflict you guys have missed out on. Um,
Well, I know a bar nearby that's a great place to catch up on news.
the four of you, are you attempting to disguise yourselves at all?
Good
With
question.
what?
I
Yeah,
am not.
with
Jax is
what?
not. I'll
With
tell you
what?
that much.
Mm-mm.
No,
Okay.
we just came back
all
from
I have
hell.
is a
Mhm.
robe and a teapot.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
you are exiting the area, the slightly like walled area around this old building that had managed to make it through the era without magic with minimal damage and leaving behind what you have done. Um, and it
Mhm.
takes a couple of minutes of walking toward one of these like tavern type places that would be able to serve food as well as entertainment. Um, before people seem to start recognizing you. A couple of them run directly toward what look to be the thugs escorting various individuals from building to building. And you see several of them reaching for weapons as they turn towards you.
I,
well.
if we have time, will
They are not
activate that
attacked.
thing that
Yeah.
I just got.
So you activate your Demeanor of the Beyond.
Demeanor of command. Yeah.
All
It's gonna
right.
cost me one intellect because I have one edge.
All right. So as you guys see these not quite thug type, basically the various muscle that can be hired from Deep View, starting to turn towards you defensively with weapons starting to be drawn, Jax steps forward and there's not quite that glow around him like when he had absorbed a lot of the temporal dissonance. But something about him seems to shift, and there's a moment of stillness as everyone just focuses on him.
I wouldn't do that. We can talk about this. Yeah.
Jax.
So since you are not asking to be brought to anyone, go ahead and make a intellect-based interaction roll.
Question.
You have an asset from your command.
Question.
What's up?
I get
It's
a free level.
technically been 24 hours since the
Mm-hmm.
last time a day happened for like IRL in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Would that mean that my free
Yes, it
Eases that I
does.
give everybody are re-upped.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Your ciphers have
Oh, do our
returned,
ciphers
and the
come back?
asset has
Oh,
because
yeah.
Heck yes.
Yes.
that like death is the ultimate rest. So you have essentially rested
Okay.
and had more than a day pass. Um, so
Oh,
your
cool. So I have
ciphers
my
have
recovery rolls
returned,
back then
the
too.
asset has returned, your daily type stuff has all come back.
Cool.
So I get a free level of effort that can be applied to one persuasion task.
Mhm.
Is that I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that too here.
Yeah, so that's an asset from your command. You have an asset from Balder if you so choose to use, as well as that free level of effort that you get.
Mhm.
So are you using all three?
I feel like it's important to not start stuff with the people that we're trying to help. So yeah.
Yeah, so that drops it from
Mhm.
a 15 to a 6.
Nice.
Come on, baby. It's a 9.
Oh,
Good enough. Yeah, that's plenty
Nice.
good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's plenty good. So they all just kind of not necessarily drop their weapons because they were in the process of drawing them, but just kind of leave them in place, staring at you in shock and a lot of wariness. And it's not necessarily a lack of aggression, just stunned observation.
Now, whatever you think we did, I don't think we did that. Pretty sure. Why the hostility, everybody? What's going on?
They're all just kind of looking at you. And then one of them looks at the others and goes, "You're not part of the attack?"
What attack?
The wood attack.
And that's where we'll end.
Excellent.
Aggressive, angry sip. Aggressive, angry sip.
We're like, what attack is going on?
No.
Well,
Good.
But yes, yeah, so like maybe yes, someone died, but no one is dead anymore.
that's true. You know,
Yeah.
you fixed
Everyone
it.
ended the session alive.
Sybil, you did fix it.
Yeah,
let's
everyone
not
ended the
get ahead
session
of ourselves.
alive. I'm not sure if
What doesn't kill us makes us so much stranger.
yes, stranger is right. Kale, in terms
Beyond.
of like the actual ability, it's per hidden closet.
Oh, cool.
The hammer space thing, it is per hidden
Yeah,
closet. But
Nice.
like because it is actually held between time, it will keep food and things fresh, hot, cold, etc. However you put it in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We should figure out what happened to my backpack because I don't remember where I left that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's at the bar with
Back.
the moles, but I don't know.
I'm
We'll sort
pretty
it
sure
out.
you left it with the moles, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
yes,
We'll figure it out.
so you guys did
That's why I always
fantastic.
carry my snatcher bag with
I
me.
hope everyone's doing okay. I
No,
love you guys. Please forgive me for what I have put you through.
it's not your fault. We all know whose fault it is.
Hey, we're out of the game. You're not allowed to be mean to me anymore.
Rip.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Also, some big emotional beats this game. Holy smokes.
You can count
Yeah.
the amount of times that I almost cried.
I'm so sorry.
I actually saw you tearing up a couple of times, so I was just like, shit.
Oh.
Rip.
But yeah, maybe eventually we'll get back to the comedic parts. We've been away from them for a little while.
Got serious.
Yeah, we got very serious. We got very serious.
Listen, we're only 3 games away from the great barrier debacle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Where it all went wrong.
The attack.
You guys always you guys always come through with that role play though. You did amazing. Good
Boring
job.
in it. Boring in it.
But yes, so
Bring it.
to round us back up, I am Evie, the Disaster GM, Director of Alter Deco Archives. We are currently raising funds for MAPS, Medical Aid for Palestinians. So go ahead and check out either the QR code in the corner of the screen or that fancy little button on Twitch where the subscribe would normally be. Let's go around and reintroduce / say where you can find us. Let's start with Maggie this time.
Hi, I'm Maggie. I've been playing Sybil, who is just having the worst day of her life for the second day in a row. You can find me on the internet at most places at either Maggie Hun or _ Maggie Hun. It just depends, and I don't remember which one is which. Also here.
Definitely. Estelle.
Hello, everyone. That's me. I'm Extel. I've been playing and will continue to play. Thank goodness, Jax. Chaotic warrior needs no weapons. Also rides lightning, and is now wild. I've seen things and some stuff. I wouldn't recommend it. But you can find me at Extrail the King on all the socials. You can also hire me to run games for you on startplaying.games. So put me go there. I got some games available right now for the month of November. Check it out. It's gonna be a great time.
Best GMs ever.
Thank you. You can also catch me Take Your Role where I run Blood Tax. That's coming back in January. You heard it here first because it's the first time we're saying it. So yeah. So yeah. So I am.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah. Estelle does some great work. Check it out. Joel.
Hi, I am the disembodied voice that is Joel. I was playing Baldur Mistforge and all of his angst. For you to catch me elsewhere, you need to try really hard because I'm really not anywhere. I pretend that I have a blue sky, and by that I mean I keep forgetting to post on it. But if you wanna check out some of the stuff that I've done, I created Take Your Role. It's a platform meant to provide an opportunity for people of marginalized identities to tell stories the way they want to. We're currently on the last legs of a Mouse Ritter campaign called Mouse Ritter Summertime, and there's talks of getting that a second season. Then we also have Vampire the Masquerade game run by our very own Extel that is going to start up in January, and we've got a couple of other games also on the works. It's going to be an exciting year. But yeah, and that's me. Also, I've been writing. I haven't posted anything online about it, but it's a mystery novel. This is the first time I've written anything like that, and I'm super excited.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's all me.
Yeah, very cool. And then, of course, last but not least, our artist, Alina.
Hey y'all, I'm Alina Pete. I've been playing Kale, who has had quite a day. You can find me online at Alina Pete on a lot of socials or Alina Pete _art. Or check out my website at alinapete.com. I've got branding. It's just me.
Yep, it's
that's my brand. It's just my name.
That's branding right there.
It's you. It's
Yep.
you. Yeah. Just search for you. But yeah, so Alina does some great work. Check them out in a variety of locations. And the very pretty art that we have is done by them, and they're a fantastic role player as well. But yes, so we will go ahead and wrap up there. Thank you so much to all of my wonderful players and anyone tuning in. And we will catch you next time on Empyrean Rising. Bye.
Bye-bye.